It was 3:17 a.m. when the first thunderous knocks shattered the silence of my Seattle apartment, pulling me from a shallow sleep like a hook through my chest. My phone glowed on the nightstand. A fresh text from Mom lighting up the screen. Listen to him this time. Don't fight back, or it'll get worse. My stomach twisted into knots. I knew that phrasing. That quiet desperation. 5 minutes later, I was crumpled on the hardwood floor, blood trickling from my split lip, staring up at the man who'd poisoned our family for 16 years. Robert Hayes, my stepfather, towered over me, his breath reeking of bourbon and bitterness. While across the city, my mother waited in the shadows of her own prison, having traded my safety for her fragile peace. My name is Emily Carter, and I'm 29. That night, my birthday, had started ordinarily enough in my modest Belltown loft, where I spent my days as a social worker at the Harborview Crisis Center, guiding survivors through the wreckage of their lives while burying my own scars deeper each time. The irony gnawed at me like an old wound. I'd crashed early after a grueling shift, ignoring the unease from Mom's earlier call. Her voice had been a hushed tremor. Emily. Just. Watch your back tonight. Okay. The line cut before I could press her. At 2:59 a.m. Another buzz. Groggy. I grabbed the phone. She's asleep by now. Use the side entrance if you have to. Make sure she learns her place. The words blurred as adrenaline surged. This wasn't from Mom to me. It was her to him. Forwarded somehow. Or maybe sent in error. But the pounding started then. Relentless. Vibrating through the thin walls. Emily, open this door. You meddling bitch. Robert's slur cut like a blade. My stepfather. The hulking contractor who'd eroded Mom's soul bit by bit since I was 13. Fingers shaking. I dialed 911. He's breaking in, I whispered to the operator. Please hurry, he's dangerous. The door buckled inward with a crack of splintering wood. And there he stood, 6 feet 4 inches. 250 pounds of seething rage. Eyes bloodshot. Veins throbbing like live wires. You think you can poison her against me? He bellowed, staggering inside. Whiskey fumes choked the air. Filling her head with that bullshit about shelters and lawyers? I retreated. Phone still clutched tight. Robert. Leave now. We can talk when you're sober. He charged. Swatting the phone away, it vanished under the sofa. His fist slammed into my jaw. Stars exploding in my vision as I hit the wall. Pain radiated through my skull. But clearer than that was the betrayal. Mom had revealed the escape kit I'd mailed her. The pamphlets on abuse hotlines. The prepaid card for a bus ticket out. She'd shown him everything, choosing her cage over my outstretched hand. From under the couch, my phone illuminated another text from Mom. Don't hold back. She needs this lesson. The words burned worse than the blows raining down. My own mother. The woman who'd once bandaged my knees and whispered stories of resilience after Dad's death, had orchestrated my breaking to preserve her own fragile survival. To grasp how we plummeted here, you have to rewind to when I was 11. To the afternoon everything fractured. My father, Thomas Carter, perished in a construction site collapse. Ironic, given Robert's line of work later. One faulty beam. And the man who'd built forts from blankets and taught me to sketch city skylines was gone. For 3 years. It was just Mom, Patricia, and me in our cramped Tacoma bungalow. She worked double shifts as a nurse's aide, scraping by. But she was our rock, fierce, tender, turning grief into quiet strength. We'd bake cookies on rainy weekends, visit the Puget Sound markets, stitching our wounds with routine and love. Then Robert Hayes strode into the hospital cafeteria where Mom grabbed lunches. 43 to her 39. With a chiseled jaw, easy grin, and a toolbox full of charm. He was there for a routine checkup. Struck up a conversation about her shifts. Returned the next day with takeout coffee. Emily. Han, Mom said one night. Eyes sparkling in a way I hadn't seen since Dad. Robert wants to take us to the zoo. Is that all right? I nodded, seeing her hope mirror my own longing for normalcy. Robert was magnetic. He gifted me a sketch pad for my drawings. Asked about school with genuine interest. Even fixed our leaky roof for free. Mom's laughter returned. Light and free. They wed 9 months later in a backyard ceremony. I scattered petals in a lavender dress we'd chosen together. His vows included me. I'll never try to replace your dad, but I'll protect and cherish you like my own. The honeymoon phase shimmered for 8 months. He relocated us to a spacious Kirkland split level with a view of Lake Washington. Art classes for me. Weekend hikes. Family barbecues. Mom flourished, humming tunes while gardening. I dared to dream of wholeness again. But the cracks emerged subtly, disguised as care. Robert started auditing Mom's bank statements, just to help budget. Why the extra coffee run? Pat, we're saving for vacations. She'd apologize. Cut back. Then the seclusion, plans that clashed with her nursing friends' gatherings. Family first. He'd insist. Sounding logical. Calls from her sister in Spokane dwindled. Robert always found conflicts. He added a GPS app to her phone for emergencies, picked her up from shifts because the roads are unsafe at night. By 14, our home was a gilded cage. Robert the warden. Mom needed approval for errands. Her wages funneled into his accounts, doled out in allowances with receipts demanded. The charmer morphed into a critic, her scrubs too frumpy, her stories too long-winded, her smiles too forced. The house that promised renewal became a suffocating vault, and Mom faded into a ghost, jumping at shadows, speaking in murmurs. The first eruption of violence hit 4 days after my 15th birthday. Mom had splurged on a necklace from a thrift shop, $20 from overtime tips she'd squirreled away. Robert discovered the tag in her purse, and the kitchen detonated. Lying to me? Sneaking around like some whore. Plates shattered as he hurled them. Mom cowered, pleading it was for my school dance. I froze in the hall, watching her kneel amid shards, blood from a cut palm mixing with tears, while he loomed, spitting venom. Her eyes met mine, resignation. A spark extinguished. 2 years on. I caught her dabbing foundation over a black eye in the bathroom mirror at dawn. Slipped in the shower, she muttered, avoiding my gaze. You know me, always clumsy. The pattern solidified, welts on arms from gardening accidents, limps from twisted ankles, winces hidden under long sleeves. Our bond frayed under the weight of her denials. I seethed at her for enduring, for prioritizing him over us, while she withdrew. Maybe from shame. Maybe from his whispers that I was the problem child stirring trouble. School became my sanctuary. I buried myself in classes, aiming for scholarships to flee. Clubs kept me away. Yearbook. Volunteer shifts at shelters. My counselor, MS. Rivera. Sense the undercurrent. You're chasing escape. Emily. Let education be your bridge. The University of Washington acceptance with full aid arrived. I wept alone in the library. Freedom beckoned. The eve of departure. Mom slipped into my room, clasping my hands. I'm so proud. Go build your world. Come with, I urged. We can vanish tonight. I can't, he'd hunt us down. You're sacrificing me for him. She recoiled, but stood firm. I'm shielding you. Someday. You'll see. I drove off at sunrise, her figure shrinking in the mirror until gone. College air tasted like liberation, friends oblivious to my past. Dates without dread. I majored in social work. dissecting abuse cycles to fathom how Mom's strength had dissolved. But echoes lingered, Sunday calls at 4 p.m. sharp. When Robert was golfing. Surface chatter, weather, classes. No truths. Distance widened. Blood ties straining against her choices. Post-grad. Seattle called near enough for crises. Distant from drop-ins. My loft symbolized light, high ceilings, floods of sun. At Harborview, I empowered clients to shatter chains. The hypocrisy a daily sting. You're intuitive with their pain, my boss. Dr. Elena Vargas. Noted. If she knew the depth. Then came Jordan at a Pike Place cafe, a graphic designer with warm hazel eyes and patience for my quirks. He didn't pry about family shadows. Just held space. Your mom never visits, he asked gently after months. Complicated. Life usually is. Calls with mom persisted. A theater of evasion. Video glimpses revealed truths, faded marks. Rigid posture. Furtive glances. Mom. That scar on your temple. Bumped the cabinet, clumsy me. One call exposed rope burn wrists. Training flared. I see abuse daily. Let me help. Click. That night, I compiled resources, Seattle shelters, legal aid, survivor tales. Added a burner phone labeled Lifeline, mailed to her hospital discreetly. Silence for weeks. Then, got it. Stop sending. But next Sunday, early whisper, I hit it. Give me time. Hope ignited, I mapped escapes. Consulted pro bono lawyers on orders of protection. Stashed funds for her restart. You're arming for battle, Jordan observed amid papers. For her breakout. Months dragged, bruises cycled. Denials held. I liberated clients while mom clung to her bars. Her loyalty a blade in my heart. Yet I persisted. Believing the woman who defied loss after dad still flickered within. The week before turning 29 hummed with foreboding. Busy caseload. Jordan's surprise dinner plans. But Monday's call shattered, mom's rasp. He found it all, the kit. The phone. Leave now. He smashed everything. Blames you for tearing us apart. Mom. Get out, I'll meet you. He'd hurt you worse. He's raging since losing that bid, drinking heavy. Click. Jordan was away for work. Police dismissed vague threats. Tuesday, extra locks. Alarms. Wednesday, mom from work line. Scripted, we're fine. He regrets it all, wants to apologize. Alarm bells. Robert never yielded. Dinner for your birthday? Mend fences. No. Thursday dawned heavy. No replies from mom's phones. She called in sick. By night. Paranoia peaked, I canceled plans. Barricaded in. 11:02 p.m. Happy birthday. Love. 11:58. Listen to him. Don't fight. 2:41. He's coming. Sorry. Footsteps clanged up the fire escape. Knob rattled. Then the assault on the door. Fury incarnate. Mom had sealed my fate with her complicity, offering me to the beast for her reprieve. Harborview's ER lights pierced like accusations as I surfaced from haze. Jordan's grip anchoring me, he'd raced back post-call. Fractured jaw. Bruised kidneys. Concussion. Lucky, docs murmured. Detective Liam Chin waited. We nabbed him mid-assault. Your statement. I spilled. Witnessed abuses. Texts. Escalation. His face hardened at mom's messages. We'll question her. She materialized. Shrunken in a sweater hiding marks. Eyes pooling regret and release. Alone, Emily. You sent him. Morphine dulled the edge. She collapsed, knife at my throat. He forced the texts. Said it'd just scare you. And you complied? I thought. Warning you subtly. You failed us both. She bared her neck, fresh strangulation prints. I'm done. Therapy. Statements all. DA Rep Sophia Lee joined. Charges: attempted murder, assault, burglary. Your mom's a victim. We need her full account. Mom detailed decades, control, isolation, beatings. Hidden bruise photos emerged. He threatened Emily if I spoke. She agreed to testify. Post statements: I can't erase this, but I'll rebuild shelter. Counseling: I don't know if I can forgive. I understand. She left. Machines beeped my solitude. Pondering mended fractures. King County Courthouse loomed in April rain. 6 months on. Jordan beside me as Robert shuffled in. Diminished by jail. Judge Marcus Hale presided. Plea: not guilty. Family spat. His lawyer spun. Sophia dismantled. 911 tape. Injury pics. Footage. Texts. My testimony: I offered escape. He saw threat. Mom's turn. Voice firming. 16 years of terror, finances locked. Friends severed. Violence escalating. Dates. Our logs corroborated. That night, knife forced complicity. Feared for us. Defense grilled. No reports ever? Silence nearly killed my daughter. No more. Robert's stand crumbled under cross, rage slipping. She meddled. Jury: guilty all counts. Sentence: 22 years. No parole. His glare met our unity, Mom's hand in mine. Months later. My sunlit queen and rental symbolized renewal. Jordan hung a pre-Robert photo. Genuine joy. Mom arrived with relics. Dad's sketches. My old drawings. Therapy's reshaping me, job at a clinic. My own place. You hid these. Laughter cracked ice. Forgiveness? No. But I'm earning a place. Professionally. I get abuse's grip. Personally. It's raw. We built cautiously, neutral coffees. Shared insights. Jordan buffered. A year on. Mom advocated at trials. Volunteered. You sparked my fight. Nightmares linger. Aches flare. Anger surges. But she's reclaiming self. We're forging bonds. Robert rots at 71 for parole. Will block. True vengeance? Thriving beyond his scars. Free while he chains. I'm Emily Carter. 30. Advocate. Survivor. Daughter anew. Mom's Patricia Carter again, 56. Aide. Mentor. Liberated. Not flawless, but resilient. Living fully, that's our triumph.